Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is kind of going to be not a really long one. I just wanted to talk to you guys about my makeup journey and also like an update on products that I'm not going to be purchasing this year and just not really purchasing makeup in general this year. I'm really trying to start like kind of like a no buy no buy slash like makeup cleanse kind of thing where I'm not really going to be participating in a lot of sales at Sephora. And also, um, I'm going to really just try and not purchase that much makeup anymore. My makeup collection is pretty much at its capacity. I pretty much have everything I could possibly want in my makeup collection. It just gets to be too overwhelming with how many products you end up accumulating when you think you need every new thing that people talk about. I pretty much touched on this before where I don't go out and buy like what's popular anymore. I go out and buy what I really would want as opposed to what gets super hyped up on YouTube and by other beauty gurus, like the Tarte Shape Tape or like the Jouer concealer, which I wanted to try the Jouer concealer because pretty much everyone was calling it the next Shape Tape, even though people were calling the Makeup Revolution concealer the next Shape Tape. Sorry if I burped or if like I'm burping in this video. I did just eat dinner like a little while ago, and I went out with my friend to this place called Samurai. I was supposed to see my boyfriend, but he ended up being too sick to see me, so I went and caught up with her for a little while. And I had like this yaki ramen noodles with chicken, and it was so good. So anyway, I just really try to rotate my makeup so much now and use everything I possibly can in my collection, as opposed to having something sit on a shelf or sit in the back of my collection and have it collect dust or not have it touched, because it's such a waste of money. And I see all of these videos where makeup minimalists or other project planners like really do use up what they have. And I don't necessarily worry about using up my collection. It's more so hitting pan on certain products. Like once I hit pan on something, I feel like it's a huge accomplishment for me. I don't really see it as finishing everything in my collection. I know things that go bad. I don't really have a problem decluttering something after a few years. I do lipstick declutters probably every few months now, because I feel like with lipsticks, they definitely go bad a lot faster than powder products. I pretty much still have every eyeshadow palette that I have collected in the over the past few years that I have been collecting makeup. I haven't really decluttered any of them because I still think that they're good. I keep on being on the fence about decluttering my Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. Um, but when it comes to using up eyeshadow palettes or using up highlighters or powders, or I could probably use up every single setting powder in my collection. That probably won't be a problem for me at some point. And for other like bronzers and stuff, that probably won't be too difficult. But I've never truly used up a product. The only products that I really truly do use up are liquid products like foundations, concealers, and that's really it, and mascaras and eyeliners. But eyeliners and mascaras have such a short shelf life, so you have to declutter them after 3 months, because obviously they don't have a shelf life past that unless you still think that they're good. Mascaras don't necessarily go bad, they just get dried out. Like, I used to use mascaras for like months until after I knew that 3 month rule. But as you guys saw in my last products I used up video, or products I used up in 2018, I went through a lot of foundations last year, and that pretty much satisfies me to use up like my most expensive items, which are my foundations. And have been becoming a smarter makeup buyer in general. That the last Sephora haul that I did on my channel, which is what I got for Christmas, I only paid for about 3 or 4 of those items. And mostly it was 2 concealers and a lip product, and I remember what the other product was, but it's like stuff that I really wanted to try or replace in my collection. And this month, I pretty much haven't bought anything. The only things I was planning on buying was a new eyeshadow primer from CVS, because I feel like the primers from the drugstore, like, I feel like they're very dry in consistency. So I feel like I want to go either get a different one, or I was possibly thinking about even picking up the Smashbox one or the MAC one again, because those are my 2 favorite eyeshadow primers I've ever used. And I feel like they're kind of dupes for each other. Everybody says they're so similar that I just want to pick up one good eyeshadow primer, because eyeshadow primers I always use up and it takes me like a year to use them up, so I always get my money's worth out of them. So I might go get like the MAC one at some point. Maybe after I finish up the Milani one, maybe I will go get it after that. But I'm planning to just get no makeup this month. I only got 1 makeup item this month, and then I just replaced, well, I got technically 2, but the other one I actually really needed. I just replaced my L'Oreal Infallible sponge because I really needed a new one because the other one was getting super old. And obviously you guys know I use makeup sponges to apply my foundation. I don't use brushes because I think that sponges just make your foundation look lighter and more natural looking, and also they don't look streaky like a makeup brush could do. Even after I buff it out with a brush and blend it out with a sponge, I still don't like how it looks, so I always just use a makeup sponge. Maybe my makeup doesn't last as long that way, but I do like the finish of it a lot more when I use a makeup sponge, and this is my favorite one, so I had to go replace this. Then the other thing was the Beauty Blender cleanser, because I ran out of my Sephora one and they didn't have the Sephora brush cleanser in, or the Sephora solid cleanser in stock when I went to Sephora to go get the soap. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to pick up the Beauty Blender one, because even though those are both more expensive soaps than like other ones on the market, I still find that those are the most, those are the best ones. I think that they clean your makeup sponges so much better than like anything else. That I just went out and purchased a Beauty Blender one, and I forgot how good it is. So I will never purchase a Beauty Blender again, but I will buy the soap probably again at some point, because I've repurchased that soap at least 3 times before. But after I found the Sephora one, I stopped purchasing the Beauty Blender one. But since they didn't have it in stock, and now I've just been using it on this, probably because I've just been using it on a new makeup sponge. I'm like, oh my god, this is so clean. But I really did need a new makeup sponge and a new cleanser, so that's all I bought from Sephora recently. And then even though I'm trying to get the $100 gift card for Sephora, because they ended up gifting me like 500 points in, I believe it was November, because if you guys didn't remember, Chip's order that I sent to her for our makeup swap got like super delayed when I sent it out to her. And that's when I wasn't VIB Rouge, and I had just become VIB Rouge like after I had placed her order, and then I ordered the Charlotte Tilbury makeup like right after that, and that made me Rouge. I called them and told them that they needed to, send her a new one, and then they awarded me 500 points. So now I'm at like 1,800, almost 1,900 points, I believe. So I'm trying to get to 2,500 points to get the $100 gift card, because you can get an $100 gift card if you're VIB Rouge, and you can redeem an $100 gift card or get it during the Rewards Bazaar, and that's like the new point perk for VIB Rouges. But since I'm not really buying any makeup right now at Sephora, because I'm not really interested in getting anything because I have everything I could possibly want, it's going to be kind of hard for me to climb up to getting that gift card, but I'm going to try. So yeah, and then the only other things that I bought recently was a brow gel, because I ran out of mine and I really needed to get a new one, so I just got it with the L'Oreal Infallible sponge from Ulta, so I could use like a $5 off of $10 coupon. So I just bought the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Mascara because they don't sell the brow gel anymore, which is so freaking annoying. I found that out on Young Wild and Polish's channel that they don't sell the brow gel anymore, which I'm like, why would you discontinue the brow gel? Like, you don't really have another one. So I went and just got the brow mascara because I really like how it makes my eyebrows look throughout the day, and it does help set your brows. So, and then the only other thing that I got from Ulta was one makeup item besides the brow stylist mascara, and that was the Nikkie Tutorials and Maybelline highlighter, because you guys know I love the Maybelline Master Chrome by Face Studio formula. I love the highlighters from Maybelline, that I decided to get the Nikkie Tutorials one because I really like Nikkie Tutorials. Even though she's kind of rubbed me a little bit the wrong way lately, it's a really stunning highlighter, and I have been wearing it a couple times this month. And I really have been enjoying it. So that's basically the only 3 makeup items I have purchased. And I've been so strict with myself. I have not touched a CVS or Sephora in like a few weeks. Or in Ulta, I only go and purchase drugstore items, but I haven't even went and done that recently because when I look at my makeup collection and I'm getting ready in the morning, it's just so overwhelming sometimes. Not necessarily with eyeshadow or face products. It's more so with highlighters and lipsticks. Lipsticks overwhelm me so much because you can only use one highlighter on your face and you can only use one lipstick. Foundations, eyeshadows, whatever. Like eyeshadows, at least you can use like 6 or 7 in your look. But when it comes to lipsticks, it's so hard for me to pick a lipstick sometimes. And I'm like, I wish I could wear this every day, but I can't. And that's why I usually do lipstick declutters a hell of a lot more than any other kind of makeup declutters in my collection. Because I probably will never get rid of my eyeshadow palettes anytime soon. And I probably won't get rid of my blushes or my highlighters anytime soon because I actually went through my drawers and I actually counted how many highlighters I own. I'm sure it's more eyeshadows though, but I'm not going to go through every single palette and count every single eyeshadow. That's like too much. But I counted how many highlighters I have, like face highlighters. I have over 140 highlighters. And I'm just like, how did this happen? Like, I love highlighters, and honestly, I wouldn't get rid of one of them. Maybe a couple of drugstore ones, like the Essence Pure Nude, the e.l.f. one. Those ones are just okay. By the way, it's freezing today, and I have my space heater blasting next to me, and I'm still fucking freezing. Like, it is freezing in this room. I feel like it's, like, barely working. I feel like I have to turn it up even more just for it to be warmer in here. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna blast it, because I'm really hot. I guess I can kind of feel a little bit more. I feel like this dial, like, doesn't really do anything, but whatever. But yeah, it's like 15 degrees today, so I'm just leaving it next to me. So anyway, when I'm looking at my lipsticks, it's like even though I have decluttered probably over 50 lipsticks the past few months because the last time I did a lipstick declutter, I decluttered about 30, and then this time I decluttered about 20. So I have decluttered around like 50 lipsticks, but then it's like I know what my favorite lipsticks are. Like, lipsticks are a lot easier for me to pick out what I don't like and what I do like. I feel like it's a lot, like, I don't dislike that many eyeshadows or highlights or blushes in my collections. But with lipsticks, I feel like there are quite a few that I don't like, and then there's a lot that I do like. Like, I don't like the, L'Oreal Infallible liquid lipsticks at all. I think that they're super drying. I don't like the NYX Lingerie ones. Those are just okay. The Jouer, like a light colored one, is okay. Mostly liquid lipstick formulas, like the Beauty Bakery formula. No, like, I actually had to declutter in a video that you're going to see before this. I had to declutter my Beauty Bakery liquid lipstick, and those are only like a few months old because the sale one that I got, which it wasn't like a huge deal for me to declutter it because it was only $5, it just did not perform well. And I feel like I'm kind of just wasting my money on online, so that's why I haven't been ordering stuff as often unless it's at a discount. But the Beauty Bakery one, I'm glad that I only paid $5 for it because the formula was terrible. I'm like, maybe this is why this is $5 because they were just getting rid of their older lipsticks with the older applicators. I feel like if it had the newer applicator of the full price. Alright, I'm sorry about that. This chair is such a piece of shit now. I think I need a new chair at some point because like the piece that like raises the back like completely fell out. So that's why I kind of like I don't really want to move though and like raise myself. I think it's because the way I sit down in my chair, I kind of like slam on it. So it like fell out and I kind of like fell back on this thingy. So I can't really like lean back too much. So I'm just gonna like sit like this. I'm just like kind of concerned. So anyway, sorry I'm like kind of rambling. I just didn't want you guys to freak out on why I like fell back. So anyway, so yeah, I've just been trying to rotate everything in my collection. Like today I did a full Too Faced look and I did a full Too Faced peach look. I used Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I used a Sweet Peach blush. I used a Sweet Peach glitter topper that Chip got me along with the Lancome highlighter that I love. And then I just wore the peach Sweet Peach lipstick, which I actually really love. Even though I don't purchase from Too Faced anymore, I do purchase stuff from Marshalls from them for the discounted price, so that's where I got this lipstick from. Like, I won't support certain brands full price, but if it's something that I really, really wanted to try, I'll wait till it gets to Marshalls or TJ Maxx, and then I'll pick it up for like $6. I won't feel like that's as bad as like supporting the brand like 100%. With like 100% of the profits. When I got the Huda Beauty palette from Chip, I felt like really bad that I wasn't going to really use it, but I would never purchase that palette myself, and since she loves Huda Beauty eyeshadows, I decided to give it a shot, and then I ended up really loving the palette, and I think it's actually a really, really nice palette, but I would never pick it up myself. But the like makeup items that I've acquired recently, I haven't really paid for a lot of them. Like the Tom Ford lipstick, the Dior highlighting palette, the Dior foundation I used with gift cards from my boyfriend and my brother for Christmas, the Natasha Denona gold palette. Even though I said I really don't want to support Natasha Denona all that much, I only paid $30 for that palette because I exchanged a couple of things that Chip had sent to me from the resend of her order. I was like, just ship it to me. Like, they already sent you the makeup. Like, just send it to me. So she sent it to me, and all I paid her was shipping. And then I paid $30 for the Natasha Denona palette, so I ended up paying like $50 for all that makeup that I got from her for free, as opposed to like repaying for it for like another $200. So that's like how I've been able to try out newer products lately, and also of course the products that she sent me, like the Cherry palette, the Huda Beauty palette, and the Natasha Denona Star palette. She sent me those products, and obviously I was going to use them. So there's ways to, you know, try things, and if they're going to be gifts or something, obviously I'm not going to just throw them out or not use them. I'm going to give them a fair shot and use them because they're in my collection. But I don't feel as guilty about using them as opposed to something that I had purchased with my own money. So I got this video idea, and also I was kind of thinking about posting my own version of this anyway, before the Fancy Face even posted hers, but she did post like a no buy makeup journey kind of video where she talks about how she's really going to be cutting down her makeup spending as well. She has a hell of a lot more makeup than I do, and I feel like she has a lot more income to be able to collect so much. Way to go, girl. I'm going to be in IT as well, so I hope that I can do the same thing and afford luxury makeup at some point, because I feel like that's how I'm going to be when I'm older, is just buy like Chanel makeup. But anyway, like way older, not like her age, but like a lot older, like 50 or something. But anyway, who knows if I'm even going to be wearing makeup then. And that's what I'm always thinking about, is I always feel like there's like a ticking time clock of like how long am I actually going to be wearing this stuff. And I know that I'm not going to stop anytime soon. And again, like I know it sounds ridiculous to some people, that some people are like, oh, makeup's not an addiction, or why do you wear it? You're so beautiful. It's just like, it's fun. And I've said this like a million times before. Makeup is transformative and it's fun. You get to experiment. You get to wear things that make you look beautiful, that make you feel confident, make you feel beautiful. Not that you're not already beautiful, but, or just some people need makeup to boost their confidence. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just, and if it's your style, like don't judge somebody for what they're doing. Like, if they want to express themselves in that way, that's their choice. But, like, it's their life. If something happens to them, that's their fault. But, basically, what I'm trying to say is that, because I kind of went on a tangent, of course, that, basically, the Fancy Face, other YouTubers are at the point where it's like, these companies just try to push consumerism on the buyer, and they just try to push and push and push new products and come up with new ideas. And I think people, again, are too concerned or too bored with the oversaturation of products in the market. That we know what we like. We can't keep on spending all of this money unless you lower your prices a little bit more and have more sales to boost sales to make customers think that they're saving money. Which is great. Like, I am a sucker for a good sale, I'm not gonna lie. But, like, honestly, when I didn't really buy much for Black Friday, and I purchased more during the Sephora VIB sale, and the only reason why I didn't really purchase much during Black Friday or the second round or second weekend of the VIB sale was because I had bought all of the gifts for Chip to send to her so she could send the gifts to me. I felt better doing that for somebody else than spending it on myself. And it was kind of fun, like having her send gifts to me. It was actually a really fun idea. So basically, I'm kind of going to be limiting my buying, and I'm not going to be really buying all that much makeup lately. Maybe not until I do another declutter at some point, because I feel like I have to be cutthroat and get rid of some products, but I feel like it's a lot harder for me, since I spend all my own money on my makeup, that it's easier for somebody like the Fancy Face or other YouTubers like Stephanie Nicole or Young Wild and Polish, like smaller YouTubers that still get PR, or Andrea Mitigliano. And then there's like these big, huge gurus that hoard everything and don't get rid of anything. And then there's like the smaller YouTubers that, they can declutter things because they receive things in PR, and honestly they don't have to feel as guilty about decluttering something because they get it sent for free. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, like 100%, like that's awesome. Like I wish I could get that too, but at the same time, the reason why I didn't push my YouTube channel to try and get out there and get my name out there is because I don't want to be bombarded and overwhelmed with PR packages. And that was the main reason. Not that I would probably ever get big anyway, since I'm not like at any growing stage now in my YouTube channel. I'm sure that I will never be, but I feel like it's so crazy when these YouTubers get all this PR. I don't know how they're not overwhelmed by it. Like, I understand like Tati and Jaclyn Hill, like Tati's always saying how overwhelmed she is with makeup, and it's like, well, you're a huge booty guru. I would say booty guru. You're a huge beauty guru, and you get so much free makeup. Why not just give it away? Like all of these beauty gurus like go through their makeup collection like every day of their lives, and they go and give it away, which is great. But like, that's the thing. Like, they feel like they have to hold on to these things because they get it sent for free, but at the same time, it's so much easier for them to get rid of it because they didn't spend their own money on it. So that's why it's a little bit harder for like somebody like me or other people that don't get PR. It's harder for us to do like a declutter type of video because we spend our money on it, and you have like that attachment to it because you don't want to waste your money, like, but at the same time, you're not really wasting it if it's bad, and you don't want to be using it if it's expired. So like, if I know if something is expired, I'm going to get rid of it. Sometimes I'm kind of bad about it, and I keep like an old mascara in my collection, and I'm like, whatever, it's not that old. And then when I actually, like, I'll just stop using it and I'll keep it in my drawer, which is kind of bad too. But like, my mascaras or eyeliners don't really take up that much room anyway, but I probably should get rid of some of them. Like, I finally like cleaned out my Urban Decay Razor Sharp ones, and those ones are like at least 2 or 3 years old. But I'm just trying to enjoy my collection and what I have now. And it's not that I didn't use what I have before, or I didn't, because for me, it is so important for me to use everything that I purchase, everything that I have in my collection. I will use it. I will not just let it sit in my drawer. I will use it 100%. My neck is starting to hurt me. Crap. I hate this chair. Like even Kat Von D or Too Faced or Jeffree Star that are makeup brands that I don't support anymore, but I'm like, oh, I have these in my room, I should use them or give them a fair shot before I declutter them because I spent my own money on them. So I kind of feel a little bad about decluttering something that I don't want to get rid of because I spent the money on it. So let me not rant about that anymore, but again, this is no hate towards anyone who gets PR. It's just like, I don't know how they do it because, and they go out and purchase their own makeup themselves, and then they receive it in PR, and then they give it away, like, it's nice to do that, but like, I feel like I would have so much pressure of using free products, and I would never want to give them away, because it's like, it's such a privilege, like, it's crazy, like, that they just get them and they can give away like the shades that they don't use, which is great, and they're not going to use it, so at least it can go to somebody else that's going to use it. But I feel like for me, if I got them for free, I would have to use everything, because I'm like, oh my god, I got these for free, like, it's such a privilege. But that would just be me, so basically what I'm trying to say is that I'm only going to be allowing myself probably 2 or 3 more brands to try or use their products. And after that, I'm not going to be purchasing any makeup probably until the Sephora Vibe sale in April. I'm not going to be cutting myself off to all sales. But I think I'm mostly just going to try the 2 brands that I'm going to talk about, and then I'm just going to only spend money on makeup when I need to replace something. Like if I need to replenish like a favorite mascara of mine, or a powder, or a liquid foundation, or a concealer, which are usually the only products I end up replacing because I obviously go through those a lot faster. But I pretty much have bought all of the foundations I would want again in my collection, and my concealers, that I'm pretty good right now. Like, I don't need anything, like 100%. Hopefully when I get my tax return, because I'm waiting to get my tax return to spend any money on makeup. But other than that, I am not buying makeup this month at all, like 100%, nothing. Besides that Nikkie Tutorials highlighter, which was like $8, so it's not like it's breaking the bank or anything. I only want to still try Thrive Causemetics, and I know I made a whole video about Thrive Causemetics, but they recently said that that was not true on what this person was trying to claim. So I think everything is a-okay with the brand. I don't know if there was any updates with that. Let me know, because I didn't look. I probably should have before I made this video, but I just wanted to sit down and film it. So I do really want to try their bronzer still, the Raya bronzer. I want to try their blush still. I want to try their CC cream, and I want to try one of their lip products. Just because Kathleen Lights talks about them a lot, but I've been interested in the brand since Emily Noel talked about them on on her channel, and I also love her channel as well. Even though she collaborated with Makeup Revolution, I'm still subscribed to Jaclyn Hill, even though she loves Morphe and shoves Morphe down your throats. I still really love her as a person. I do think Jaclyn Hill is a good person. I just wish she wouldn't push Morphe so much and lie to her audience about Morphe, but there's just something about Jaclyn that I think that she's really great to her fans, but this is not about Jaclyn Hill, this is about me. So, and the other brand I really want to get more things from is Beauty Bakery. Now, I did say I just decluttered one of their lipsticks, so now all I have is one of their cheek palettes and one of their lipsticks in my collection, but I really want to try one of their regular lipsticks. I know, I just said I'm so overwhelmed with lipsticks, and meanwhile I want to purchase 2 more. Like, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have this many lipsticks in your collection, like, it's not like it's insane how many lipsticks I have. It's just like it overwhelms me when I don't use them and I just look at them and I don't use them for a while. So, that's why 2 more lipsticks, like, I have to rotate them and use them a few times to really make sure how I feel about them. But I really do want to try one of their regular lipsticks. I also do want to try another one of their highlighting palettes because I love their highlighting formula. It's so beautiful. I also really want to try their liquid foundation, which I've been wanting to try for a while. And I also really want to try their concealer. So, again, Thrive and Beauty Bakery are both really expensive brands. Like, not super expensive, like, but they're like $30 products for each product, so it's not like they're inexpensive. If I want to order on their website, I'm going to spend like $100 on both websites. So that's why I just want to wait until I get my tax return. And the only other thing that I'm interested in is the Sugar Pill Liquid Lipsticks. Again, I know they're lipsticks, but I am thinking about decluttering a couple more Lime Crime Velveteens, the Pumpkin, the Salem, and the Saints. They're like all really dried out, but I was going to give them until March to declutter them just because they're like my favorite go-to fall and winter lipsticks that I really don't want to declutter them yet. I want to wear them one more time before I determine whether or not I really want to get rid of them, which I probably will after March. But I really want to try the liquid lipsticks and possibly like something else from Sugar Pill because I'm not really too crazy about their eyeshadows. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. As far as trying makeup and this video pretty much in general. Besides that, I might try like a couple more drugstore products, but at the same time, like, I'm good. Like, I think the only things I would try is if I can get them at a good price, like Marshalls and TJ Maxx, and that's why I like picking up products from there instead. I haven't found anything good from Marshalls recently, and I haven't even been to a TJ Maxx recently, but if you can find stuff at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, get them there instead. Don't get them full price. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. But I still use my Kat Von D and my Too Faced in my collection, even though, like, people say you should declutter these products because a lot of people don't support Kat Von D anymore because, like, honestly, she's been so shady lately. But I'm not going to just throw something away that I spent my money on. I'm going to use it. So, I hope you guys found this video helpful. But pretty much I'm only going to be limiting my makeup spending to probably the same kind of thing that the Fancy Face is doing, is like 3 products a month. Or just things I really, really want. But I'm not going to be purchasing makeup every month anymore. Which I pretty much did for a while. Maybe there was a time here or there where I wasn't purchasing makeup for like a month or so. But I can't seem to go past a month to not restrict myself on picking up something. So now, since my makeup is like all in my Alex drawers and I can see like what I actually have, it's like, since everything's in front of me now, I'm like, I have plenty of shit. Like, I'm good. And I hope you guys can let me know if you guys are going through a no-buy or like a makeup cleanse and really just trying not to buy too much makeup, because in the end, you really don't need it, and determine what, like, one thing you want rather than like 3 things that you want. Pick the one thing that you really, really want instead of just debating and debating and debating on things that you probably really don't need. But you don't have to listen to me. Buy what you want. If you really want it, buy what you want. I am not stopping you. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. I love you guys. I'm gonna go watch some more Grace and Frankie with my mom. The fifth season just came out on Netflix, and we watched the first 3 episodes already. We watched 2 on Friday, and we just watched one tonight before her other show was on, and I think we're probably going to watch like 1 or 2 more after her show's over. So, since I've been home a little bit earlier the past couple of days, we've been able to watch shows finally because I haven't really been home that often. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And sorry for the lack of content lately, but I kind of took a little bit of a break this week since I posted so many videos this month of Best in Beauty and all that other good stuff in January. But I will be putting up more stuff now, and you'll see a declutter video right before this. So I love you guys. Bye. And please let me know again in the comments below if you're on a no buy and if you have too much makeup. I really would love to know your makeup struggles. Like, seriously. Like, I really, really want to know. So yeah, bye guys.